I'm going.
If you wanted to make biochar out of, let's say, wood chips, you could first sift them because they need to be coarse enough so the air travels through them, okay? So if they're sifted to where they're really coarse and then dried way drier than this. So the first thing I say about making biochar is what kind of wood? Waste wood. Second question, what kind of wood? Dry wood. Third question, clean wood, right? Not treated, right? So when all that's done and you've got coarse dry wood, then you could make it in a barrel. Let's say there's holes in the bottom, right? And then it's going to get air from those 10 or 12 screwdriver size holes in the bottom, let's say, and you might put it up on 2 pipes, right? So it can get a breathing from the bottom. Then you find a way to light the top. When that lights, then you put other pipes on and you put another barrel on top, and that's your chimney. You get a huge effect. So what happens is you'll get a fire that'll burn, that'll burn, that'll burn, that'll burn. So your flaming burns the wood halfway into charcoal. So the flaming part of the fire is the first half of the fire. The first half turns wood into charcoal. So it's flames, 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 flames. When the flame's done, you shake it around, you might stir it, take that barrel off, do this, put it back. When your flames go down to orange and blue, and there's hardly any flame left, you're starting to burn your charcoal. Then you put it out, kick it off this, put dirt around the bottom, put a barrel top on the top. You cut off the oxygen one way or another. So you cut it off by water or by suffocating. So that's the T-lud way. That's a top lit, updraft from those little holes, gasifier. So that's burning the wood gas. Then that's the first half. That's the flaming half of fire. But if I could go on, if you got a second.
I do.
What you're referring to is the pyrolysis is another tricky term. If you had a hot wood stove full of flame and 600-degree heat, and you had something like this made of metal, ideally it's not wet, okay? So remember I said there was 2 parts to fire?
Mm-hmm.
If you put this in, there's 3 parts to the fire, right? So number 1, the fire is going. You throw a wet log in or wet chips, you'll cool the fire because you'll get a huge amount of smoke. That smoke is steam, that's white smoke. That cools the fire. So that's one part has to go out of the way. Then the second part is the clear gas that burns in a flame, right? That's the part that burns wood into charcoal. The third part is slower and hotter, where the charcoal glows for a longer time and burns slowly to ash. So we want to stop it before that final phase. So you could say there's 3 parts. But anyway, if these were dry chunks of wood and you had a closed container with the same 10 or 12 small screwdriver holes, this is called a retort. That goes in a hot circumstance, a big bonfire or a wood stove, and then same thing, you'll get some steam. When the steam is done, the hair will be on fire. So as long as you'll have flames coming out of this, you're adding heat to your wood stove and you're converting this to char. But even so, even this course, you'll get char on the outside and you might not cook the whole inside. You really have to make sure the heat can travel well to the middle.
All the way through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So A, you want it way drier than this, and B, you want it a little more breathable than this. I mean, if you had a quart paint can, you could get away with it, but the wider this gets, the more trouble you have driving that steam out.
So you want to, the burning that you do want would be that wood gas. It's kind of like an ethanol type gas burning, right?
The flame is the wood gas.
Is the wood gas. So you don't want a water smoke, a white smoke, and you also don't want.
Try it first.
You also don't want that smoldering, coal orange glowing embers.
Then you're burning your charcoal.
Then you're burning your charcoal up.
That's when you know to cut the fire.
Yeah, when your flames are done, the flames are telling you you're burning wood into charcoal. The glowing and the blue flame is saying you're burning charcoal into ash.
Great.
Yeah, so those are your
awesome.
scientific things.
Thank you, Dale. I appreciate that.
I love it.